We got melodies, bass line, so much more at 5-minute producing
From
piano
beginnings.
Welcome everyone to a brand new show called 5-Minute Producing. Since this is the first episode, I'm going to go ahead and take some time and explain how the show works and what it's all about. Got all that? Good. Excited? Let's get started. So right away, first things first, we're going to start with building a key, and you can kind of think of that as kind of laying the foundation of the song out, and basically it's what the whole song is built upon. So right here, I have D sharp major, and it's a key that I wouldn't say that I work in very frequently, but so I'm going to start first by building my chords. And chords are very important because they convey a lot of emotion usually, and they're usually responsible for really setting the tone of the song. So right there, start with some chords. Start with one chord. And from there, I'm going to build my chord progression. Pretty standard one. Of course, it needs to be a little bit longer, so. So from here, I've gotten my rhythm down and kind of built my song a little bit around that. I was going to keep this a piano-only song, but I decided I was going to add some drums. I'm going to add some reverb and EQ the piano a little bit. And that's what it sounds like now. And there is my melody. Now you usually want your melody to kind of play off your chords a little bit and kind of help smoothen up those transitions between the chords. Add a little bass line in there. And from here, I'm going to go ahead and add an intro into the melody. So basically, help start the song off. Randomize the levels a little bit, that way it's not so one note, no pun intended. Find my drums here. Pretty good clap there. Not sure what the one before was. So from here, I've really started to kind of flesh the song out. And this is what it's about. You start off with one element, and you just take your time, and you build it into whatever it turns into. So now I'm adding a little bit of an arp, and basically an arp is short for arpeggio. And it's something to kind of keep the rhythm and something to play in the background to kind of keep that secondary focus. I'm going to go ahead and add another bass line, and this is setting up the break of the song. So this is when things kind of slow down and give it a little bit of moment to breathe. We're going to start with these kind of chaotic arp. That's a little too crowded.
'Tis confusion.
That's a little too muddy sounding, and it doesn't really keep the rhythm. So I'm going to rebuild these arp. This arp. I don't know why I said these. Make it a little bit gentle, reduce the velocity a little bit. That makes those notes not hit as hard, basically. that's a little bit better. I'm going to reduce the velocity a little bit more so that way they're not overpowering. And there we have the break. And that is the end of this episode of 5 Minute Producing.